So, welcome to our fifth episode of Patent Insights webinar and videocast. We call it as a videocast as well. And this is nice to see a crowded YouTube watchers in our YouTube channel. So I'm really happy to organize the fifth of our Patent Insights videocast. So as you remember that we are in the last previous session, we have already started the concept of AI, the rise of AI. And in the previous session, we discussed with Arne Krüger, who is the founder of mtc Berlin, we discussed the main topics of the AI technologies in terms of the patent trends. And then in the second part, we talked about the general concept of AI tools which are existing nowadays and what are the advantages, disadvantages, and also ethical consideration while using these AI tools in our patent business, such as patent searching, patent drafting, or even freedom to operate searches. So today, this is Mustafa Çakır. I'm acting as a product owner at depa.tech, and also I am a co-founder of patenteffect.com. So I am again with Arne Krüger, who is founder of mtc Berlin, to discuss this similar topic today, but more comprehensive and more technical side. I hope you will be enjoy, and also you will also welcome to text your comments, questions in the chat site, in the YouTube channel. So before starting, of course, I would like to invite Arne Krüger to the stage. Arne, welcome.
Hello. Hello, Mustafa. Hello, Mustafa. Hello, dear audience in YouTube.
Yes, exactly. Good to see you again with the similar topic. Because in the last session it was really exciting, and also we get really good attractions and feedback from the audience, and the number of the view on YouTube channel was really good.
Yes, I was very happy and amazed about the feedback, so that's why we decided to do it again and go in more detail. So I'm looking forward to the discussion with you, Mustafa.
Exactly. So today's topic is, in the previous session, we make it as a broader and macro view of these AI tools and the relationship with patent business. And today we will go into detail on the patent searching. So the question is, how can we use these AI tools for a better patent searching? So of course there are some advantages, disadvantages, there are some obstacles, challenges, lots of things. So we will discuss these topics, these subtopics with you, Arne.
Looking forward to your questions, dear Mustafa.
Yeah, exactly. The last time we mostly talked about the advantages, disadvantages, and also the ethical consideration, ethical part of using these AI tools in terms of patent searching and drafting was really interesting and exciting. So today we are focusing on patent searching. Of course, there are lots of free and paid search databases and millions of patent data available that can be searched, right? While you are drinking your coffee or tea, whatever you want to drink, you can search millions of data in your computer, so you don't need to go to library. And of course, I'm one of the patent searchers, patent expert, doing the daily patent search practice for our clients. So we are using, and most of the patent professionals, attorneys, patent information experts are using traditional keyword-based searches or the traditional semantic search to find out the relevant patents in their technology fields. But of course, in this era, we are talking about AI-powered semantic searches that can maybe improve the accuracy and the relevance of patent search results compared with the traditional search-based, keyword-based searches. So I'm just wondering about what do you think on this topic? So how can these AI-powered semantic search can improve?
Yeah, it's very funny that you asked this question because on this topic you are the expert, dear Mustafa. Yeah. You, I think, use mainly, if I remember right, Mindsoft, something like this.
Yeah.
Pubbase is the name for your search today, and of course, there are extremely good databases available since many years. As you mentioned, libraries, Mustafa. The Padlibs all over Europe. You are also closely associated with the Padlibs in Turkey. I'm head of PITSNet, the German Padlibs in Germany, and we coming from libraries. So we remember even one of our members, or a lot of our members remember time where we had to go to libraries to search for patterns in the classifications and then get out all the paper. Yeah, in Germany there were, I think, almost 100 patent libraries where the printing companies sent the weekly published patents. But these days are a long time over, and you are, I think, mostly. This is at least what I think. Active in Boolean search. And you use from time to time semantic search, of course, already. You said semantic search is now AI powered. Semantic search uses, the same concepts that we call broader AI. So a semantic search is already not doing a classical database keyword or a standard search for dates, terms, for something like this. Semantic search is already AI. Yeah, and you use it, and this is also like the thing. If you understand how this works, Mustafa, then you can use it a little bit better, I think. Also, as a traditional or conventional pattern searcher, you need to understand the differences between a classical Boolean search for keywords, classification symbols, inventors, dates, and what a semantic search means. What is different in semantic search? Because it's more a question of mathematics, because the computer translates the text you enter as a search query into a mathematical representation. And then it compares these mathematical representation of text with each other. So this is a totally different approach than trying to find similarity words, for instance. Yeah, if you look for, I don't know, tell me something you are looking for in Boolean way, you just compare text with each other, but in the form of semantic search, you are already creating a different representation of text. Yeah, and then you compare these mathematical results with each other to get different results than you get with a Boolean search. So if you don't understand this as a pattern searcher, you will always think maybe as AI or AI tools or power tools as a danger, because I might be replaced, you will say. But of course not. Yeah, this fear comes, in my opinion, from not really understanding how your search tools can get supercharged with AI functionalities, and you become just a better pattern searcher. We had this discussion on LinkedIn and YouTube also in 3 weeks ago in the same direction, yeah, that we become better pattern searcher. So my 3 answers, a long answer to your easy question, how can AI search improve the accuracy and the relevance? It's of course an extremely broad question, but AI tools today can help because they create, as I said, mathematical representations of your search query, so that you don't look for keywords, but you look for the meaning of the word in other documents. Yeah, and this is something totally different. You don't compare keywords, you look for meaning. So, and how is meaning created in a computer? There is a lot of publications out there. You can Google it easily or ask ChatGPT to help you to understand how contextual search works. The same is happening if an AI and language model helps you to understand the concept of the patent. Like, what problem is the invention solving? and how is the solution solving the problem. So these technical concepts can be understood by an AI because they create, as I said, the mathematical representation and try to find similar concepts in other documents. And of course, what is very easily to grasp, and that's why I close my answer with this remark, is synonyms. An AI can easily help to create synonyms or expand your concept, what you are looking for, by making suggestions. Everybody knows this from shopping at Amazon, I guess. Other people looked at this. So you look at an item and you get suggestions that is quite an industry standard already to suggesting you similar products. Yeah, and the same goes on for patents. If you look for a patent with a classical Boolean search, an AI tool can suggest you just similar results. Yeah, so they expand the concept and look for similarities. There is a lot of tools out there that are implemented this already. And also the big guys like Microsoft or Castell are launching or have launched these tools already. Yeah. So this is my a little bit long answer to your questions. We could expand your search capabilities with context understanding, with conceptual similarity findings, and with maybe a concept expansion techniques. Yeah, and this is where an AI tool who understands natural language and can create these vector-based comparison, mathematical-based comparisons, and they are quite good at this. So you should test it out, and you should skill up, Mustafa, that you stop typing in keywords in the forms and using more and more semantic search, or even give the search engine an abstract of your idea you are looking for and let the machine do the work. Yeah, play around with this and learn these new skills, because they will increase your productivity immensely. This is at least the promise of all providers.
Exactly, because it brings us to the quality of the search results, right? So we want to find out the relevant patterns based on our search ambition, search purpose. So maybe we should also talk about, the identifying the relevant patterns can be difficult for the patent searchers. For example, if you're doing a freedom to operate search and if you missed only one of the important patents, you can be dangerous in the court. There is an infringement possibility. So the patent searchers must identify the relevant prior art, even testing the novelty of the invention or searching the similar patents to avoid infringing the others. So yes. Can I ask that how can these AI tools help patent searchers to identify the potential prior art? Maybe I missed if I use the traditional searching methods. There should be some advanced results, right?
Yeah, this has two aspects, dear Mustafa. Yeah, one is somehow a legal aspect. If you miss something, you are in danger. I think that's causing you a lot of stress, and maybe you need to insure yourself as a patent searcher that, like, if you miss something, you are not liable for your customers, or you are even liable. Yeah, and the insurance pays some stuff. So this has a legal aspect, and I don't want to talk about this. This will always be there. If you use AI or not, you have the same risk. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So AI can, of course, I can imagine that these tools help to identify better potential prior art, but I'm not familiar enough, like, what is a normal patent search and a prior art patent search? What is so different for you? Why are you like you have the fear of missing out? Okay. Yeah.
Exactly. That's the right term. Fear of missing out. FOMO.
Yeah. So I would not suggest that you use ChatGPT and do your searches right now there, because, as you know, around like maximum 30%, they say it gets better every day. These large language models are hallucinating. So because they are just guessing what will be the next right word. And they do it so good that you have the impression that he talks to you and he understands your question. But he just makes things a lot of the time, as we say right now, or we find out like up to 30% of the results can be hallucinated, especially if you are not knowing how to program these large language models, how to create prompts, as we discussed also 3 weeks ago. And there's a lot of guys running around, especially on LinkedIn, trying to teach us how to write prompt and rip us off with that a little bit. So this is not the point. But back to your question of how to find better prior art. I would repeat again, try to understand how these AI tools work. And then you can use them to find prior art better than before. So to educate you a little bit on that, just like it's not my task. You can Google it or ask ChatGPT. But if you understood, for instance, that an AI can easily count how often a term is appearing in a document, and then the AI can look in other documents with similarly a frequency of the terms. And an AI can also very easily compare, for instance, the not only how often a term is in a document, but also the distance between different terms. And you can make searches based on the distance between terms in text. So you can, you know this from Boolean search as well. We had these operators also in Boolean search. Yeah. But with an AI, you can do that really on a much, much larger scale. And of course, much faster, because these mathematical representations get calculated and then you can just easily compare them. We have enough calculation computation power today to do that on the body of 130 million published patents. Yeah? So if you understood how an AI, for instance, is doing search with this vector space model, this is the one thing. He creates a vector representation of text, and then it just compares these vector models with each other. And the other thing is he counts the term frequency, term distance in documents. So if you understood this, then you can create searches that will identify, like combined with synonym search, you will find probably some prior art that you were not really aware of. Yeah? And then, of course, you could also use large language models that are, like right now, in everyone's mind, to expand your search maybe to other areas of the internet, Wikipedia, Reddit, scientific publications. So you could cross-reference your findings with academic papers quite easily in these large language models. Yeah? And I think this helps to identify even more prior art. But as more results you find, as more work you have to read them and evaluate them.
Exactly.
And there's a second part. You can also let these large language models, these new AI tools, create abstracts, summaries, or try to summarize your hit list, your result lists for you. And this makes it probably for you a little bit easier also to digest these large amount of prior art you might find with new AI tools. Because it's not about the mass findings, it's about finding the relevant prior art. And for that, you need to skill up. I repeat myself. You need to understand these language models, these tools, and then you can create advanced searches that let you find even the last bit of prior art.
Exactly. One of the challenges, of course, that the patent language, patent terminology, because we are talking these tools, how can they can help us? So that you say that finding a better prior art results It is difficult because the terminology is different in the patent documents than the academic papers, than the normal technical terms and synonyms. That's why we have to generate, we have to estimate, identify different type of keywords describing the same technology. Yes. So that's why these tools can help us. So it brings us the challenges, Arne. There are lots of challenges for us, for the patent searchers in the world. So we have so many obstacles and problems that we are facing during our patent search process. And I and my friends, my colleagues are wondering how can these AI tools, free or paid, it doesn't matter, can help us address these challenges and obstacles. But before that, maybe we should indicate, or I need to mention about what are these common challenges, problems, obstacles in the patent search process. Maybe I can, as a patent search expert, I can say that there are lots of common challenges, of course, during our patent search process. And I hope that these problems and challenges can solve. We will be very happy as experts because it makes our life easier. We are not afraiding AI because AI is trying to replace us. No, it will increase our efficiency. We talked with Arne in the last session, of course. And one of the common challenge is creating the complex query. If you are using the traditional, the query mixing, query creation method, it's a very time-consuming job because it's time-consuming finding the technical synonyms, technical terms of the core technology, the material, or the function. So you need to create the alternatives because there is an inconsistency of the terminology in the patent world. That's why different patents can use different terminology to describe, to identify the same technology, right? So that's why we need to consider these inconsistencies. We need to overcome that. That's one of the most important challenges, of course. And of course, finding the patents which are not classified in the IPC or CPC requires more complex queries. Not all the technologies are classified or indicated in this classification system. So it's another common problem. And of course, language barriers, especially the patent applications are rising from China and of course Japan, South Korea. Mostly the Asian language can create difficulties to finding and reading, understanding. Maybe AI tools can help us on this topic. And at the end, in the result page, you said that, Arne, you have to navigate in the result page to find out the relevant patents. If you have more than 300 patents after your search query, you have a big trouble. You have to spend so much time. So some of these patents in this search result list, most of them are irrelevant. So we need to overcome this problem. And also segmentation. We have to segment the patent list into the application fields or industries to identify which is relevant or which is not relevant. And of course, as you said, that the reading and understanding the patent documents, descriptions and claims can be difficult if it is a more complex technology, and summarization or making the understanding possibility of these documents will be very helpful for us. So in terms of this package, what do you think about these new AI tools, or the current AI tools can help us? Please help this patent.
It's a very long question, my dear Mustafa. I took some notes. Even we made a preparation, you and me, but I took some notes how to answer this. So it's quite difficult. Very long question. So let's break it down. What you were asking, like how you see some challenges. The first you said is query generation, if I remember right.
Yeah.
Like to generate queries takes a lot of time. So I would, and I look into it right now. OpenAI just published their plugin API. So it's, I think, in beta. I have to check it out, and we can give you the link in the YouTube comments later. So OpenAI just published the possibility that you write plugins for ChatGPT. And I'm expecting, and if we don't see it, we will do it ourselves, a Spasnet plugin for ChatGPT, so that you can just ask your AI companion, give him in natural language your question, your keywords, just list them down, copy paste them, and then because of the plugin, ChatGPT knows how to create a query and send it to Spasnet, gives you the results back, and even summarize or segment the results. That is, we will see quickly, in my opinion. We will see, like already mentioned in the comments, Microsoft Origin from Minds is published, and they do this exactly like this. Yeah, so they try to do this. So what we see, or what we will see, is that query generation will be a big thing. We ourselves, last time we already told the audience, we have a small plugin written that can create Elasticsearch queries that look for you really weird, like code, like software code, yeah? So you will not able to write this. You would need a GUI to write an Elasticsearch query, or you are a software developer. But with the help of AI, you could even write these complex Elasticsearch queries by yourself, because you just teach the AI tool the syntax requirements, and then it can create and help you to write the query for you, and then fire the query and get the results. So I think this is a big advantage, and you should definitely look into it. And a lot of IT provider, patent software providers are currently looking into it, how to use and leverage this. I can assure you of this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Second question, or second part, while you were asking your very long question, was
I made an explanation, Arne.
was that I see a lot of potential for text extraction, and of course for categorization. Let's start with text extraction. You create a synonym list, and it's a lot of work for you to create a query with all the synonyms. You might miss out some, yeah? But with text extraction, you can try to go there, and AI is quite good in identifying text. And you could just say, look for all the synonyms, and you could even say how maybe far the synonyms are, you know, how related they are, and let the query get created and expanded with synonyms. That will be very soon no time consuming for you. Is my prediction. Yeah. So query expansion will be quite easy. Yeah. I think we will see a lot of text extraction going on in the next time on our patent publication body. So name harmonizations, and maybe molecule names, or combining it with product names, and so on, technologies, standards. So we will see a lot of text extracting going on, and getting better in finding these text extraction, these text components of patents. For instance, again, I stick with Microsoft today a little bit. They did something with the help of AI, what was STN a long time known for, unit transformations. So if you look for miles or kilometers, the basic example, translating between different units will be quite easily available in all the databases very soon. Yeah, this was a lot of reason in the past to use SDN, because they yeah. If some patent lawyer hides his solution, his invention behind weird units. You know, he just uses miles and feet and not the metric system, for instance. Yeah, and we might miss it out because we just look for kilometers or centimeters, and we forget to look for the same invention in a different unit. This will be solved, yeah. And as I said, Microsoft just also introduced this as part of Microsoft Origin a couple of weeks ago. Yeah. So the providers are already using these AI tools to help you with your challenges. They understood your problems and they understood some of them better than others the possibilities, yeah, to address your needs, your challenges. Yeah, text categorization, you called it segmentation, is one of the strong suits of AI. This morning in Search Matters, there was an EPU conference. Some of our viewers may even attended, and Alexander from the EPU, the head of the AI team there, had this morning at 9 o'clock a talk about how the European Patent Office is using AI to categorize applications. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is a strong suit since many years. It's not just because of these large language models like GPT. It was adopted in the industry a couple of years on. Yeah. Also, the German Patent Office has an auto categorization tool from a company from Dresden, Intergator, already in place since many, many years. I think 4 or 5 years, they have the categorization solved. Of course, the categorization of applications, and you look for categorization or segmentation of results, but the task is for the computer quite similar.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I think these challenges can all be addressed with the power and the magic of our computing industry and the IT industry, and you will see a lot of improvements, especially in the next 1 or 2 years. Yeah, there is a lot going on.
Exactly, exactly. Especially in 1 or 2 years, we will see lots of different solutions addressing these challenges. Maybe Arne, before going forwards, I can bring some of the comments and questions to the screen. We can talk about. We gave some examples, but the question is there any AI search tools, commercial or free, that can generate quick automated search reports without human intervention? So he's not asking about AI patent search tools, plus it will create automated search reports indicating the results and interpreting, maybe auto interpretation. So normally we have normal automated search report tool, for example, inside the Microsoft, the Clarivate or other Questel. They are doing that already, but in terms of AI, for now, I'm not sure, because these are just now the graphs. What do you think, Arne?
I have to pass on this as well. I'm right now. This is more for you, I guess, Mustafa, because it's for me. Search reports, yes, I understood this. Of course, everybody who tried ChatGPT knows that he's really good in creating texts. We know these tools as generative AI tools now. They can generate content, and we all learn now how to write prompts. And I'm pretty sure that we could sit together with you, the asker of these questions, and create a good prompt together to create a search report with the help of for instance, ChatGPT or its brothers or sisters, yeah, commercial and free. So it's more about prompt generation here. So we give the LLM, the large language model, the search result, the hit list, and we define criteria on which the search report should be created, and then we let just the AI, the LLM, I call it LLM because of large language model. He can generate text. We can let him write the text. We do this easily. For instance, this morning, one of my developers, he gave ChatGPT a piece of software code, a function, a small piece of code, and he asked ChatGPT to generate a schematic diagram, a graphic. And it's possible right now that you can get a flow diagram of your function generated by GitHub Copilot, for instance, or as I said, ChatGPT with a picture generating plugin. So, and the same I see could be adapted for search report generation quite easily. Text, no problem. Graphics, no problem, in my opinion. But we need to teach the AI what we expect.
Exactly.
And if we do this once, it's like we automate the search report generation, because we generate this. This is how I want to look my search report. This is the form of my hit list. I teach the AI once how it should generate the report, and then I can just fine tune it, and it saves me a ton of time. Basically, that's what you do today. You like
manually.
Don't lie. Yeah, you copy paste a lot. I know this.
So maybe I can also say something, because it depends. I agree with you. It depends on the quality of prompt. It can do something beneficiary, and also it depends on what you are expecting as a result. What are you doing in the pattern searching? So automated search report is a general term. So are you looking for a comparison of your invention and the prior art, and then are you asking to the AI tool, please compare if it is novel or not? You have to train in the technical fields. So it's so general question. And also inventive step. So AI can have some troubles and difficulties to compare the invention has an inventive step or not, because AI should act as a person skilled in the art. So it requires additional fine tuning and training, right, Arne?
Yes, it's about context, and that it's not about just writing one prompt, but we need somehow the AI to remember what we have taught him. This is called contextualization. So we need to give these large language models, these generative AI tools, context. We need to give them somehow a memory so that they remember what we asked them last time, so that we can recall these results from the last 10 search reports, for instance. So, and this is what's going on right now. All these providers who pop up and say, now we can do AI, they try to do exactly this. A lot of them. They take these large language models, they take these new generative AI tools, and they wrap it, and they enable it to memorize things. They memorize context. They can even maybe store your login data to some paid databases. You cannot do this with ChatGPT today. Because he just not memorize it, and I would not give it my login data because of some of the problems it still has with data privacy, for instance, today. So this would be my answer to this questions or regard.
And the other question is more related with software developing. Is it possible to develop a software by using ChatGPT to extract a list of the most relevant patents from specific patent websites at the same time, just by providing technical solution of a topic? So you will just, I don't know, it's a kind of software development question.
No, not really, but yes, this is exactly what I'm talking about, Suleiman. Very good question. Thank you very much for that. You totally got the point that I tried to explain, that we need it's not about using ChatGPT, it's more about extending ChatGPT. That's why will again recommend you to check out the latest API, the programmer interface that OpenAI is just published, I think, yesterday or something. And I'm trying to look into it with my team as well. How can we extend ChatGPT and teach him checking out my specific website? For instance, as we said, we have an API for our own 10 million publication database we have in-house here. And we try to teach ChatGPT to write Elasticsearch queries and access with my user credentials my own data store, my own website on this. So it's totally possible to develop these softwares, and they are already in development in masses. I can tell this to you. It's more a problem of finding the one who's functioning and who's working very soon.
Super. And also the related, of course, we are talking about the databases and a training function of these databases that these AI tools. So as a patent searcher, can I trust these AI tools? Which can I assume that these AI tools are really properly trained and optimized for my specific needs? And also, what kind of data is required to do that? I don't know.
Yeah, that's the funny part. Whenever I ask at any conference the sales guys from all these AI providers, I just get standard answers. So nobody really tells you how they trained their language model, which model they used. So it's a quite interesting thing how open and transparent the providers are getting with telling us what they did in respect of AI. Which engine they used? Did they use TensorFlow or something else? Are they integrating the Google large language model BART, or are they using ChatGPT from Microsoft? Or what are they using? We don't know this yet. Mm-hmm. And the same is that we don't know how all these large language models got trained. So the training data are not really transparent. Sometimes they say, of course, it's trained on 1-year-old data, it's not updated. But which data got they trained on? Yeah. So one hunch of my team is that for ChatGPT, the patent body of Google is widely available. The 130 million patent publication are a big part of training data of ChatGPT. So they're already in the model, but we don't know for sure. There is no regulation right now out, so nobody is forced to open and tell us what they do. So there is a big trust issue. It's the magic box thing. Please trust us. Yeah, we make the relevant sorting relevant to your needs. But if you ask the sales guys, like, how do you do that? Usually there comes just a repetition of the first answer. Please trust us, we do it, and we learn from you, and we will get better from with every search. But that's not good enough for me. I don't like these answers. So some of them, I just saw the IP Screener. You might be aware. This is a nice startup from Sweden, and they just published their documentation, for instance, in the internet. But these are one of the rare providers who are giving me, as not a subscriber, not a customer, the full documentation in advance. So they let me make my decision by giving me all the relevant information and not just trick me into the subscription or into a 3 months. This will not help me. I need to understand how they trained and what algorithms they implemented for me to develop this kind of trust. Yeah.
Maybe in the near future there will be a regulation to open up.
Yeah, there are other aspects that might require this. There is also like an unclear question of like these training data. Somebody wrote them. He has a copyright on them, maybe. Mm-hmm. Maybe he doesn't want these texts in your search report. So the use case that we give all the internet content to a large language model, and then the large language model can generate new texts based on other people's text. There is a copyright issue that is unclear today.
Exactly.
The thing is, all these free large language models that are right now creating all the big fuss, they are using whatever you do with them to analyze what you do with them and improve their algorithms. So a serious patent searcher, let's say for Volkswagen, who wants to find out some prior art for a quite new, let's say, engine for an electric vehicle, he will not use ChatGPT today to do anything. He will just not be allowed to, because Microsoft will it will read all the prompts to understand what you did and make a ChatGPT better. So we have this issue of data protection, data privacy that's unclear. And for instance, Apple just made there is a leak of Apple. It's in Business Insider. I think this morning or yesterday came up that Apple says no to no Apple employee is allowed to use ChatGPT, for instance, because they are just afraid that the new iPhone gets leaked through this channel. Because of Microsoft is a direct competitor.
Exactly.
He runs ChatGPT. So if an Apple employee wants to write some marketing text for the newest iPhone and uses ChatGPT, might not be so good. Yeah? So there is a big point of industry espionage opening up right now, because we just don't know what their use is.
These topics that you are mentioned in the last phase are all about the ethical considerations, right? Ethical consideration that we also talked in the previous session in a general manner, but now we have to dig into these ethical considerations of using AI tools in the patent searching. So what are the challenges, or how can we mitigate this potential biases or inaccuracies in the search results? So what do you think?
So my answer is educate yourself so that you are able to ask the right questions. Otherwise, this is the best what you can do. And I wanted to correct you while you were asking your question. It's not an ethical question here. It's more a legal question.
Legal data protection.
How we GDPR conform.
Yeah.
Where are these data are computed? Which training data got used? For instance, another example, also Apple and others are investing heavily that these large language models will run on my phone, so that no data are leaving my phone, and all the requests I generate will be computed on my phone only. This would solve a lot of problems that you were asking about. Yeah, where are the data coming from, etc. Yeah. So maybe this is a solution: local LLMs, local run LLMs.
That might be. So before jumping to the last topic, maybe we can invite one of the comments or question from Marcus Julius Zanon. So do you know any IP patent citation analysis tool? Can AI algorithms analyze patent citations to identify influential patents, emerging technologies, or potential licensing opportunities? He asked.
Yes, this is a big topic. I know no tool, Marcus, as well right now, but I will open my eyes with your questions, because I'm also very interested in the citation problem, because this is a web of information. If you are able to analyze the citations in a quite well matter. The big database providers we talked about already are able to do it quite well already. And what AI can do as well, Marcus, we should maybe have a discussion and brainstorm together how we can improve these citations and how we can enrich the connection between two documents. There are several links. It's not only cited patents, it's about also the inventor, the applicant, the classifications, dates that are all somehow connecting documents. So there's a lot of signals that connect documents with each other. And the one most prominent, of course, is citation, like a direct cited other document. And to understand the meaning and impact and the importance of the citation, you need to understand the surrounding text. And this makes it much better, of course, for you, so that you don't have to do it yourself. So I see a huge potential also for our service providers, for ourselves, to check out the possibilities and improve citation analysis. Good question. Yeah, I see a huge potential.
Exactly. Yeah,
But I don't know. Yeah.
Finding the forward citations can be very critical to identify these emerging technologies or possible infringers, possible licensees of your patent. That can be very helpful to identify these citations, especially the forward citations. Maybe I can suggest two.
Big problem.
I can suggest maybe two products. I don't know are they using AI algorithms or features. One is from Australia, Ambersite, which is dedicated on patent citation networking and mapping. The second one is it's a free tool, Common Citation Database, CCD. Mm-hmm. Maybe our listeners can try these tools. Of course, if it shouldn't be Amber's, not sites, like this.
Write it in the comment. Amber, cite from citation.
Amber site.
CITE.
CITE. I wrote it. Amber site. Yes. By the way, we don't have any sponsorship with these companies. So all we are
not
now. Not now. We are just naming if they're doing the similar things what we are talking about. So also in traditional the big giant companies, the Microsoft, the Questel, also they have the citation tools inside the tool.
Let me share one fun story from old times. 15 years ago, we were asked by the German Patent Office to improve non-literature citations in patents. So try to find non-literature, as a non-patent literature, NPL it's called. Like if somebody cites a book, a scientific publication in a patent text, and we use just regex, what should we do? We made text extraction, we analyzed the text, tried to find Vergleiche, in German, or see also, like hints in the text. After usually comes name of authors or books, but patent lawyers or in patent publications, people use a lot of techniques to hide also citations. Or they are just not aware of the right way to cite correctly. So they don't give you the publication company. They don't give you the full author name. They just write see this book and this name under the author, for instance. So it's quite hard to find non-patent literature, and I see a lot of potential to go through all the text body again with the help of advanced AI tools and do a better text extraction. So data quality of our 130 million patent publication is still an issue, and it needs a lot of investment. I call the EPO and the other bigger offices here to improve the raw data they provide to us. Because of course, older patents from before the electronic age in the 70s, 60s, let's say, they are OCR'd. And they have a lot of mistakes, a lot of errors in it. There's no human who checked the OCR, the text recognition process. So there is a lot of data quality that can and needs to be improved. And we should also call the offices to invest heavily in their bulk data, yeah, in the old data.
So before closing, we have to look at the future of AI in terms of the near future or distance horizon. I don't know, but we have to talk about what can be happen in the future in terms of advanced pattern searching with the AI tools. So how do you think it will be evolve in the upcoming years to better serve the needs of us as a pattern searchers or inventors?
Yeah, right now we are in the hype cycle in the beginning. Everybody is like really checking out everything. Everybody expects something new. And of course, world peace is close. All our problems will be solved soon with the help of AI. That's the promise. Yeah. So what we see right now will be a lot of new tools, a lot of new promises. Yeah, so this is what I see for the near future. It will be the solution to everything and all these new AI tools. And we have, of course, to see if they keep the promise. If Microsoft Origin with the AI tools is really get used, if all the other tools keep their promises.
Exactly.
And then we will see, of course, after the hype, everybody maybe remembers the Gartner hype cycle, or I don't know the hype cycle from whom it was. We will come to a consolidation phase very soon. Yeah, so we will see a lot of new players popping up in the next 12 months, and then there will be a consolidation. And of course, the big guys will buy all the little fishes then and integrate these new tools and techniques into their flagship products. As Clary White is doing it all the time, or LexisNexis is buying everybody, not everybody, well-run, good tools to improve and increase their portfolio. We've seen this in the past years, and it will start I think in at least after 12 months, the consolidation will start. Yeah. Right now, we are in the expansion phase. Yeah, everybody needs to add AI, or he is out of business.
Yeah.
Let's wait for STN when they start to do it.
In the upcoming 1 year or 2 years, I think all the giant pattern search companies will complete their integration, AI integration. And of course, there are lots of possibilities in the some of the different of niches, and new startups can come up on solving these niche topics in the patent business.
Maybe I can show you or give you one hint as the end. I'm just in contact on LinkedIn also with IP Rally, the CEO of IP Rally. They announced they have solved concept search quite well. So if you don't know it, try to check out IP Rally. They somehow really solved concept search, and they do. They also published recently their newest version of IP Rally, and it looks quite promising. Yeah, and we will see a lot of these guys that are were innovative in the past and got not bought by the big guys yet. And for them, it's a really great time. Yeah, it's also for us as at depa.tech and MTC. It's quite nice now. We are already established. We are not a startup, but we can really boost our current products if we understand and adapt these AI tools in the right way. And we will see. But as I say, it looks quite promising, the IP Rally approach, as one example only. And again, I'm not affiliated. I don't get any money for it.
Again, a reminding, we don't have a sponsorship agreement with these companies.
We don't call for one, but just that you know that whatever brand names we mention here, it's just for browsing the net and being in the scene since many, many years.
Yeah. Before closing, maybe I need to mention that we all talk about this functional prompts that we can use in ChatGPT or other tools. So by using very efficient prompts, it can be very helpful for a better pattern searching. That's why we created the online workshop content as a training that we are giving an examples, lots of technicals and practical tips, how to use effective prompts and how to use free AI tools to improve your pattern search skills or have a better pattern search results. So just let us know if you're also interested about this kind of online training. So I will put our emails. So just let us know, say hello, say hi, just hi is also acceptable. So maybe before closing, I can also, I just want to mention about
fun part for our viewers. We Mustafa prepared these prompts for today's show, and in the preparation we just decided, quite, this is so good, Mustafa. We should just talk with each other and ask our audience if you are interested in developing in a 2-hour session together with Mustafa as our pattern search expert, GPT prompts, and get into this. And we decided that we are looking into this, preparing this online course. So we are looking forward to your feedback on this. Yeah, if you would be interested.
That would be very exciting. That would be very exciting. We have lots of great, results by using these AI tools. So Arne, we already passed 1 hour.
Oh my God.
Yeah, imagine that.
This was a fast hour. I didn't realize. 1 hour, where has it gone? Great.
Yeah. I really enjoyed and learned a lot. Thanks for your contributions, for your enthusiasm, and also we would like to thank all our audience, which we keep around 40 and 50. Now it is 30.
Thank you very much. Wonderful. Yeah.
The last words, remarks, takeaways, homework. Do you want to tell something before closing?
I just being grateful for all your comments and questions. It feels really good that you are interested here, and also for all your contributions to it. I realized just by checking it that there's quite a nice discussion here. So I feel quite grateful here. Thank you very much to all the viewers. Thank you, Mustafa, for having me again. Yeah, wonderful.
Yeah, it's my pleasure being with you as always. So, dear audience, so we can say have a nice, effective day in the rest of the day, or chill out or rest. It's almost 3, 4, and yeah, after 2 weeks we will be together again in a different topic in terms of course, patent business. So thank you so much for the participants, for the audience, for joining us, for interacting with us in the chat. So we'll see you in the next session. So have a nice day.
Take good care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.